another episode of Leo Spotlight. And tonight, it's myself. I'm in the spotlight tonight. So we're gonna have a good show tonight. We're gonna chop it up. I'm gonna let y'all know a little bit about myself and et cetera, et cetera. But make sure y'all share the live. Make sure y'all tell people to tune in because we're gonna have a great show. I got a lot to say. I got a lot to share with you guys that don't know me, don't know how I started this journey or whatever have you. So tonight is the night. Tonight is the night that I'll let y'all get more familiar with me. So make sure y'all share this live. Make sure y'all tell a friend and tell a friend that we're back again. Lady Leo. You know what? One thing I did forget to do, so let me do it. Hold on, y'all. All right. I'm back. I had to put do not disturb because last week I forgot to do that and it messed up my footage. So again, shout out to everybody that's coming in. Shout out to y'all. I see y'all. Um, again, welcome to Leo Spotlight. You know, every week I have a special guest, but tonight it's about me. I'm the special guest tonight. Okay? There's a lot of stuff going on out here in this nasty world. Happy early Turkey Day. It's a lot going on. I want to get more people in here before I start talking my talk. But so make sure if you can, if you have Instagram, whatever you have, you can share this. At the bottom of your screen, it's an arrow going that way. Click that, copy the link, and share it out to your people so they can tune in. But tonight is about me. Tonight is about me, Miss Lady Leo Films. I am Samantha Thompson. That's my name my mama gave me when I was born. I'm Samantha Thompson from Yonkers, New York. Yes, Yonkers, New York. My hood, School Street, home of the brave. If y'all heard DMX always shouted out home of the brave. He said, building 80 where I LIVE. Me and DMX lived in the same building in School Street, home of the brave. So, you know, I come from greatness, okay? That's why I'm so great. I come from greatness. I come from the town, like I said, Yonkers, New York. So it's not just DMX. We got Mary J. Blige. We got The Locks. Okay, we got Sporty Thieves. You got Samantha Thompson. Shout out to my homie J Nam. We got let me see. We got Lady Slim. We got Dia. We got Super CCE. We got my boy Tone, Fresh Home. A lot. The names I'm dropping is the names y'all need to tap in with, like dead ass, because we have a lot of great creators. I like to call us that, artists, because we are all artists. No matter if you do music, if you do movies, if you write books, whatever you do, you are artists, right? And Yonkers is full of talent. I live in Jersey. Yes, salute to Jersey. Salute to Jersey. But right now, I'm repping Yonkers because that's where the hell I'm from. I'm from Yonkers. And we got a lot of talent out there in Yonkers. And, you know, they say we not a borough. So that's why we call ourselves the Lost Borough. Because we are. We the Lost Borough. But we're all fucking dope out here. Like, when I tell you Yonkers got so much talent, like, Yonkers got so much talent, and there's some names I didn't drop. Shout out to my, oh, how can I forget? Shout out to my boy Skezo Flow. He another one. Shout out to my boy CS. He was in the earlier days. He's not really out there right now, but shout out to him. Those was people that, like, I really ran the streets with. Shout out to my bestie, Jeff Dog. He was not a rapper or nothing, but that was my best friend, and we ran the streets together. We ran the streets together, and when I tell you, we did some things. So that's why I said tonight is about me and about me opening up about who I am, you know? So, shout out to everybody in the chat. I see y'all. I love y'all. Thank y'all. Make sure y'all continue to share this live, okay? So again, I'm Samantha Thompson, aka Lady Leo, aka 300. A lot of people ask where the 300 come from. 300 comes from my baby father. My last two children, my baby father, he went by 300 after he came home from doing a stretch. But he was murdered. He was murdered in 2015. So when he was murdered, I took on the name. And before my name on Instagram was Miss Lady Leo Films, my name was 300 for life. And it's still 300 for life because I'm going to rep him until I die. You understand what I'm saying? But that's where the 300 come from. So sometimes y'all might see people comment on my Instagram or whatever, and they might say 300. That's where that name comes from. No one asked those, so you could get the fuck off my live. How about that? How about that? You could get off. Like, one thing I am a realist. Like, I come from the hood. I come from the streets, like, as I just said. I don't tolerate nonsense. None of that. So you could get the fuck off. If you don't want to hear what I'm talking about, bye. Thank you for the view, though. Thank you for the view, though. Anyway, yeah, so that's where my name came from. That's where my name came from. And so let's get into it. Samantha Thompson, aka Miss Lady Leo Films, aka 300. I'm a filmmaker. Okay. I'm a filmmaker. I'm a content creator. I'm a writer. I'm a producer. I am a content creator. I do interviews. I am a event host. So I do a lot of great things. I'm a manager for an artist. Shout out to Nimrod. I do a lot of great things. I do a lot of stuff, and I'm self-taught. I didn't go to school for nothing that I do. What else? Yes, I'm a Jackie of all trades. Whoever's writing something that's not nice, you're not even being seen because I have that blocked. You feel me? Blocked. But anyway, I do a lot of great things. If you want to, you can Google me. How about that? Samantha Thompson, Google it. Lady Leo Films, Google it. Ain't no cap in my rap. You hear me? I got into the movie thing because when I was younger, I used to write rhymes. I used to write poetry. Now the poetry thing is funny because I used to write poetry because I was dating this guy and we had the same name. His name was Sam. I'm Sam. And I used to write poetry because, when we young and stuff, we be, we be in our little feelings and stuff. So we used to go through things. So I would write him a poem and stuff. Rather than writing him a love letter, I would write him a poem. And I would let my friends hear my poems. My friends would be like, yo, that's dope. Like you really can write poems. So I was like, all right. So I stuck to that. And then as the years went by, right? As the years went by, I started rapping because my brother, shout out to my brother, free ski until he's free. But my brother, of course, he had the little system in his room, and he a nigga, like he a dude. So he would be listening to all the music in his room. And one day I went in his room because I already was hearing the DMXs and I was hearing the the DMXs, I was hearing the locks, but I didn't know who these people really were. I knew who DMX was because DMX used to come to my apartment. Everybody knows X was on drugs and stuff, and my brother, he sold drugs. So X would come to the apartment and cop, but the way X would cop, he would cop with his demo. So he would give my brother and them, my brother and his mans, he would give them like a cassette tape. Back in the days, we had cassette tapes. He would give them a cassette tape for some joints. When I say joints, that means drugs, right? So, I was young, but I seen him. I didn't know that X was gonna be who what is today. I'm gonna say today, even though he's not alive. R.I.P. to the dog, but I didn't know X was gonna be as big as he is today because I was young. But he definitely used to come to the crib or whatever. And as time went by and I grew up and stuff, I got to know who X was. And one thing, I'm going to say this before I go on. One thing about DMX is that he knew everybody from the hood, whether you was young or old. He knew everybody. So when X would see me, he would be like, School Street, home of the brave. You know what I'm saying? Like, he would say that to me. Or he'd be like, Little Ski. You know what I'm saying? So I knew that he knew who I was. So, okay. So that's that, right? So as my life went on, at 17, I had my first baby. I had my first baby, my baby girl. Um, Around that time, I wasn't rapping and I wasn't doing all them things because, like, when I started doing the rap, I would rap and I would record myself and I would come. I had a Panasonic radio. Somebody from the hood gave me a Panasonic radio, so I would go outside and play anything that I recorded for the guys that would be on the flagpole. You understand what I'm saying? Flagpole was something that was in our hood. Now they took it down. But the flagpole was where everybody would hang out at. Whether they were shooting dice or just chilling early in the morning, the flagpole was lit. So, I would go out there. Anytime I recorded something, I would go out there and let the OGs hear it. And they would tell me I'm nice. Like, so for y'all that don't know, yes, Lady Leo got bars, right? So I would go out there, let them hear it or whatever, and they would tell me I'm dope. So at the end of the day, like, I thought that I was gonna be a rapper. Honestly, I really thought that that's the lane that I would have been. That would have been my career. Um, I remember, shout out to my OG, B White. He brought me to a studio, right? Rough Rider Studio. I didn't know this. Listen to me. I didn't know at that young age that these things was like going to be big. So he brought me to Rough Rider Studio. This is before everybody knew Swiss Beats. He brings me in front of Swiss Beats. Swiss Beats doesn't say nothing though. This is the crazy shit. Swiss Beats doesn't say nothing. He just has his arm folded. He puts on a beat and he's grilling me though. He like this, right? The little girl in me looked at him. Maybe I shouldn't have looked at him, but I looked at him and I was just like stuck. I froze. I didn't spit nothing. You hear me? I didn't say one bar. It was amazing. Like, not amazing, but it was just like, dang. So anyway, after that, my homie, my big homie, we leave. He like, yo, you know who that is? He's like, yo, why you didn't say that? I was like, I couldn't because the way he was staring at me, it made me like it discouraged me or whatever. So he brought me to another studio. It was like somebody's studio in the house or whatever. I don't even remember how that went, but long story short, I didn't continue rapping. All right. So life goes on. I have my daughter at 17 or whatever. I used to sell drugs or whatever to make ends meet. And, I had fights. I had fights. Never because of like me starting a fight. I was always the one to like protect my people. That's why I tell y'all, like, my loyalty is everything with me. And I really like, I love hard. And I can't shake that. I love hard. And if I feel like we cool and we locked in, I'm gonna I'm gonna hold that to a high standard. Like I'm gonna really hold you down. So I got into some fights and stuff because of that. And then I got into fights also because I had long hair. I still got long hair. I just wear braids a lot. But I still got long hair. But I got into fights because I was pretty. I am pretty. Let me say that. Because I'm pretty and I had long hair, right? So a lot of fights was because of that or because I was taking up for somebody. Or let me tell y'all, like my mama, shout out to my mama. My mama was dating this guy at the time and I remember just being outside and I don't know, we heard some commotion or whatever because we lived on the ground floor. The ground floor means you live on the floor when you walk in the building, your apartment is on that floor, right? So we lived on the ground floor. And I remember walking into the ground floor and hearing the commotion. So when I turned the corner after the mailbox, that's my apartment. And my mama is at the door fighting with this guy. So I go, bop, bop, bop. Like it was no hesitation. Like, what? You fighting my mama? This a grown man. You hear me? I grab him down to my size, and I just start connecting on this man. I start connecting. And I'm gonna say tonight that like I must have had a mean right hand because I I effed that man up. I effed him up. You hear me? And I think from that day, like I really earned people respect. Like they was like, nah, she fought a grown man. And if I'm lying, then it is what it is. But I think that that's when I really like gained people respect in the hood because as time went on, people knew not to rock with me, like not to F with me. I'm trying to keep it PG, y'all. I feel like people knew not to F with me because I was little, but nothing to play with. So, okay. So that goes, right? So now let's fast forward to me being an adult. So, hold on. Before I go to me being a full blown adult. So, at 17, I had my daughter, right? I had my daughter at 17. Me and my moms didn't really get along because I felt like, I felt like she was responsible for me being molested at 7, right? I was molested by my father at 7 years old. And I felt like my mom was responsible for that. And I was young. I didn't really know too much, but as I got older, I felt like seeing certain things, like seeing her still communicate with my dad, like it turned me off. Like I'm like, yo, how you still dealing with son when you know he did this to me, right? So I kind of like resented my mom, and it was like I don't respect her. So me and my moms, we didn't get along for a long time, and thank you. We didn't get along for a long time until yo. You know the crazy thing is, I tell people because I moved from New York, Yonkers, New York to Jersey, and I feel like me and my mom didn't really like get close until I moved here, and it's so crazy. I moved here in 2014 to Jersey, right? I love my mama, and I know she did her best. She has 5 kids. She got my brother, then me, and then it's my three sisters. My mama did her best. She was a single mama, like I am. That's where I get my strength from. You feel me? It's from my mama. But as I got older, I start to understand things more because I seen a lot. I seen my mom get abused by my dad. So I understood kind of like, maybe she was scared to like do certain things or whatever. Maybe she felt like because she was a single mama, maybe she needed to speak to this dude to, get him to maybe take care of us or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So I don't hold my mom accountable for nothing because I feel like them times was different and she probably just was scared. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, um, let's fast forward to I moved to Jersey. Let's go there. I moved to Jersey. Matter of fact, maybe not. Let's rewind. I'm not gonna go there yet. So now I'm grown. I'm doing my own thing. I got my first apartment. Um, I used to resent men. Nobody knows this. Like, and I'm airing it all out because the spotlight is on me. I used to resent men because of me being molested by my dad at an early age. But I used to resent men in a weird way because, like, I would want to have sex with them, but not really have no feelings attached, if that makes sense, right? So I felt like the get back was me dealing with them, sleeping with them, and then like just not having no feelings for them. That I guess that would make me feel better. But in all reality, it didn't. It didn't make me feel better at all. Even with having an alcohol addiction, because I had an alcohol addiction, I used to I used to drink just every day. Every day. I would drink every day. Every day I was drunk. Every day. Because I guess I felt like it would numb the pain, but it didn't. Because if anybody knows, okay, you could drink and get drunk, but once that shit wear off, you gotta face reality, right? But what I would do is when the drunk wore off, I'm getting drunk again. You understand what I'm saying? Um, and when it came to the guys, I just felt like, okay, I'll do this, and I don't gotta worry about nothing. F them. Some dudes used to really be into me, but I wasn't into them. And then as time would pass, like I would meet dudes that I was into or whatever, but they would do me dirty. And then because of what I seen my mom go through, I thought it was okay. I thought it was okay. I thought it was okay to fight with a guy. I thought it was okay to argue with a guy. You know what I'm saying? And now at 43, I know that that wasn't okay. That was toxic. That was really toxic. You know what I'm saying? Um, but I learned from that stuff. I really did. I learned from that stuff, and that's why I'm so like so protective of myself because I'm like I'm not letting nobody, no man, take me there. You know. Um. So all right. So that all of that happened, right? So now we gonna fast forward. Fast forward to me being into this 2014. 2014, I'm in this relationship with this dude. I've been in a relationship for 7 years, right? We had some times. It started off good or whatever. It started off good, but then as time went by, I started noticing that finding out that he was cheating on me or whatever. We kind of got through that, I think. And then, and then I find out he's having a baby on me. So he has a baby on me. But he was very manipulating. Like, he was very manipulating because he lost his mom when he was a child. So he would use that as ammo. Like, so when I would be like, I don't want to mess with you no more and kick him out, he'd be like, oh, I don't got nothing, got no one. But he had his grandma, RIP to her. He had his grandma, he had his cousins and stuff. But at that time, like, I wasn't really, like, understanding that, right? Um, I was just like, cause my heart is big. My heart is big. So when he's like, oh, my mom died when I was a kid, and that's where this is coming from, et cetera, I would feel bad. So I stayed with him. So I stayed with him. So I stayed with him, right? So stayed with him for 7 years, baby. I stayed with him for 7 years, y'all. And this one incident happened that, like, it was income tax time. So my sister was doing income tax. So we let her do our taxes, but we did it individually. So I did my taxes. He did his. He didn't know what I was getting back. I didn't know what he was getting back. Because at the end of the day, you got to respect people's space. Um, so one night, now mind you, I had started getting my refund. So I started ordering stuff because I wanted to do my apartment over. I started ordering stuff. So now you see deliveries coming in, et cetera, right? So he comes home one night drunk, and my son is asleep. My son was a baby. He was a newborn, not a newborn, but he was asleep. So a little bit about that. That wasn't his father. My baby father that was murdered came home, and in between the little situations where this dude was going back and forth with his baby mama and stuff like that, and we wasn't dealing with each other, I slept with my baby daddy, right? So I made my son. And I ain't gonna hold y'all. I lied to do because I was messed up in the head. I lied to do. I was like, "That's your son." So all right, let's get back to that night. The baby sleeping or whatever, and he comes in drunk, and he's like, he wants some money from me, basically, like, oh, you hiding that you got your income tax. I'm like, I'm not hiding it, but it's not your business. Like, dude, you was working a seasonal job for the holidays, and every time you got paid, you wasn't contributing to the household. You wasn't, every time I asked for something, you wasn't trying to give it to me. So why do you feel like you're supposed to get some of my income tax? You understand me? I worked for that. So I'm like to him, like, nobody hiding the money, like, et cetera, et cetera. He wasn't hearing that. He wanted to fight with me. And I'm like, my baby sleep. We not doing that. So he like walked me to McDonald's. So where we lived at, the McDonald's is right up the hill. So you in New York and Yonkers, we could walk where we wanted to go. That's why I never even stressed having a car. So I'm like, I'm not walking you nowhere. I'm like, you're drunk. My baby sleep. I'm not leaving. So eventually he left and went to McDonald's. He comes back, still on BS. He comes back and he wants to argue with me and fight with me. And it got real ugly. It got real ugly to the point where my daughter wakes up, my oldest. She was young then, but my oldest daughter wakes up and she's like, can you just leave? I don't like you or whatever. And he starts talking mess to my daughter, and she's like, I'm gonna call my dad. So her dad, you know, he kind of was a deadbeat, or whatever. But one thing I know about her dad is that if we called him and said anything was going on, he gonna pull up. And he gonna pull up with some niggas. You understand what I'm saying? So my daughter, like, I'm calling him right now because she had a little, I had bought my daughter a little flip phone. She had a little Tweety Bird flip phone. So she like, I'm calling my daddy. So he goes, grab it, tussling with my daughter. Oh, you fucking lost your mind. So me, go in the kitchen, get the kitchen knife, come out. Like, get off my daughter, Now him, he got more strength than me, I ain't gonna lie. So he tussled with me, he got the knife. Now he got me by my head, got the knife to my throat. He like, I'll kill all y'all in here. So somewhere in there, my daughter was able to like sneak away. She goes and locks herself in the bathroom. So my daughter's smart. That's one thing I say. Like my oldest daughter, she was very smart. She remember I had the Obama phone. So now she somehow she got the Obama phone, went in the bathroom. She hits her auntie though, my sister. I don't know none of this. All I hear is somebody at the door because I'm thinking that my daughter went and called the police, but she called her auntie. So my sister, she like 9 months pregnant. She come wobbling up the steps. She tell him like, yo, you gotta go. He like, oh, now tears start coming. I'm sorry, Sam. Da, 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 I love you, blah, blah, blah. Nah, nigga, you gotta go. So he leaves, police come, blah, blah, blah. Long story short, um, because I was stupid, I was still like kind of in contact with him, and some other shit took off. Like some other shit happened, and when that shit happened, the child protective services got involved or whatever, and they were like, my kids can't stay at my house because the reason why was because the dude I was dealing with, his father lived down the hall and he was using that address. He didn't use my address, but he was using his father's address. So in their mind, it's like, oh, he lived right there. The kids ain't safe. So I had to send my kids to my cousin's house and not, yo, that shit ate me up because I didn't want to do that. So, but I did it. And I remember that weekend I went over there to get my kids. I took them shopping and stuff, and then I went and brung them back to the house. Brung them back to the house, right? I'm chilling with my kids, getting them right for bed and shit. But my cousin's house was like a shoebox. It was so little. And her baby, she not home, but her baby daddy and his friend, they in the kitchen smoking mad weed. Now it's cloudy. It's cloudy. It's full of smoke. I'm like, now my head is spinning. Because I'm like, yo, if these people come knock on the door at any moment, my kids are gone. My kids is in the system. So I text my cousin. I'm like, yo, your baby daddy and them smoking in here. Yo, you got to tell them, right? She sent him a message. So they stopped smoking for a minute. Maybe I overstayed my welcome, but those are my kids, you know? So I did stay a little longer. And maybe he couldn't do without smoking. He ended up smoking again. At that moment, I'm like, let me pack my kids up. Because I'm like, they not going in the system. Pack my kids up. We go home. I send the caseworker a text. It was like a Sunday. So she wasn't going to get the message until Monday morning. She got that message early. She sent me a message. And she's like, you got to come down here to social services because the kids can't be there. Get down there. And she's like, you got an hour to figure out a place for you and the kids to go. They wouldn't let my mom and my sisters take my kids because we all lived in um, the same space, right? The same block, should I say. So I'm like, all right, cool. What the fuck am I going to do? So I knew I had family in Jersey. I knew I had my Nana. So I tried to call my Nana, no answer. I didn't fuck with my dad. Because like I told y'all, he molested me. I ain't fuck with him. So I call my mom's. And I'm like, yo, do you know son number or whatever? I'm like, because my nana not answering and I need to get in contact with her because they're not trying to let me leave with my kids. I gotta find somewhere. Or we gotta go in front of the judge. So my mom give me the info. I call my dad, tell him briefly what's going on. He contact my nana. She at first she was like, no. That's what they told me. He was like, she said no. So I'm like, yo, what I need you to do is tell these people that it's okay for us to come out there so we can come out there. So they don't take my kids. So he did it. They had to transport us out here to Jersey. Soon as we get there, soon as they pull up in front of my nana house, me hop out the car, run inside before they come behind me. I run in the house. I go whisper in my nana ear. I'm like, XYZ is going on. Tell these people we can stay. My nana ain't question nothing. She said we could stay. So that's how we got to Jersey. We was only supposed to be here for 2 weeks though, but the social worker and them was playing games and stuff. So I end up enrolling my kids into school out here, and the rest is history, right? I enrolled the kids out here, and my nana. I ain't gonna say the rest is history, cause I still was trying to get back to New York. My nana was like, she called me Sammy Joe. She was like, Sammy Joe, I think that y'all should just stay and start over. And I was like, Nana, you bugging. But I went upstairs into our bedroom, and my kids, they went to bed and stuff, and I was just sitting there thinking about everything, and I decided, I was like, you know what, we gonna stay, because I was like, maybe this is God. And the next morning, I let the kids know, like, I'm like, we gonna stay here in Jersey. Like, we not going back to New York. My kids didn't really understand it, but they were young, so they just was like, all right. They went with what mommy said, right? So that's why we're here. Um, so that's 2014. We stayed at my nana's house for like a few months, and then I got my own place. And when I got my own place, I didn't know. I didn't have no job. I had no car. We were like taking taxis to the grocery store. Sometimes we were walking. And I was like, I gotta figure it out. So I started I started a lip gloss business. And I didn't really know about business. So I started it. I thought I knew what I was doing, but it wasn't really taking off. And I didn't know that it takes time for things to pick up. So I didn't really know that. So I was like, all right, this shit ain't happening. So let me figure something else out. So then I went to the storytelling because I know I like to tell stories. So I created a mini series with me and my children called Dysfunctional Family. It's still out there. Y'all could Google it, find it somehow. Samantha Thompson, Dysfunctional Family. You'll find it. Um, I did that with us, and we did like 6 episodes, but again, it wasn't moving. Like I was like, I'm all right. Some of the people that know us was liking it and watching it, but I'm like, it's not moving how I thought it would move. I'm thinking like it was just going to straight take off. So I'm like, all right, I got to get a job because I need some money. I got to take care of my kids. So I applied for, I Googled like what was in the area. I Googled, it was Popeyes, right? And I fill out the application for Popeyes. So now let's fast forward to one day we at the park and it's 7-Eleven, July 11th. So one of my daughter friends' mom came and she was like, y'all want to go get some slushies? They giving away free slushies on 7-Eleven because it's 7-Eleven. And there was 7-Eleven, the spot. So I was like, all right, cool. So we go and we go get the free slushies. So I tell them, hold on. I go to, because 7-Eleven and Popeyes are like connected. So I go to the Popeyes and it's a guy outside. So I'm like, hi. I'm like, do you know who I could speak to about a job or whatever? I'm like, I filled out an application. So he was like, you fill out an application, come inside. He was like, I'm the manager. Boom. He told me to sit down. He sent his assistant manager to me. did a little interview. They told me I had the job. So I got the job. Now I'm walking to this job every day because I had no car, but it wasn't too far from home. So I'm like, I could do that. So I did that or whatever. And I was able to, have an income for me and my family. And then this dude, that the white boy, he was working there, and he didn't live too far from me, so he started picking me up because I had ended up getting promoted. I got promoted to a supervisor, and they wanted me to work the closing shifts. So the white boy was like, I'll pick you up or whatever. So he started picking me up, and what happened was he started letting me drive. He started letting me drive. So that helped me prepare for my license and all of that stuff. So I got my permit. I had got my permit, and as soon as income tax hit, I bought me a car for $1,500. It was a 1998 Honda Civic. So y'all know, I had to roll the windows up, you know, and all that. But it was mine, and it got me from A to B to C to D to E to F. You feel me? Um, so we did that, and then I'm a fast forward to because the time is going. But I fast forward to 2019. 2019, I'm like, I want to tap into this, my passion, what I love, storytelling. So I took the character from Dysfunctional Family, which was Mama Bertha, right? And I started doing skits with her. And I seen that this guy was casting for a stage play. I hit him up. He talked to me briefly in the DM, but nothing happened. So I got a little discouraged, but then it was just one day I was just like, let me do another skit. So I did a skit. The same guy, he hits me up. Like, you're mad funny. Are you interested in being in a stage play? And I'm like, hell yeah. Like, I been hit you up. So I end up getting casted for that. Did my damn thing. Was in my first stage play. That opened the door. That opened the door for what I do now. So COVID hit though. Now COVID hit. He like he wanted to take the stage play on the road, but because COVID hit, everything was shut down. So he want to do a web series. He like, and I want you to be the lead character. So I'm like, hey, cool. So we do that. We did like, I think 6 or 7 episodes of that. I got casted for something in Philly, but I ended up getting out of that because they did me dirty. But the moral of the story is that was my way in, right? I was already writing my script. So I'm writing my script for Life Over Death. That's my first baby that's streaming on Prime Video. Y'all could check it out. Um, so now when he do the flaky stuff, I only got a little bit of time, so I can't really go into everything. But he does the director that I was working with. He do some flaky stuff. So now I'm like, all right, cool. I'm gonna focus on my shit. I didn't know how and where. I didn't know nothing. I'm gonna keep it 100. I didn't know how to go about it. One thing I didn't know is that the guy from Philly that was the writer on it, he taught me how to write a script. So I'm like, all right, cool. Let me format my shit, get it right, got it right. Then I registered my business, Lady Leo Films. Then I created an email, and then I created a flyer saying that I was casting. And yo, when I tell y'all, mad people just started sending me emails. They started actresses sending me emails. So I casted my cast, and I took my iPhone and I filmed my first project. Put that out, and it did well. Like, people, like, when I say it did well, and I'm not gonna say it did well financially, but it did well as far as getting people to know who I am and what I do. And while we was filming that, I told the cast, I was like, after this, we doing a series. And that's how Lick the series came apart. So if you guys that's fans of Lick the Series, that's how that came. Lick the Series is streaming on Tubi. So check that out. But that's how that came about. And that's how I got into this industry of filmmaking. Now, when I do the events and the media and interviews, Leo Spotlight, all of that just falls underneath the umbrella because, I was like trying to figure things out. I'm like, all right, I'm doing a movie thing, but it gotta be more. Like it has to be more. And just like a rapper, like you rap, but you better have other things that you do, other businesses that you do. You understand what I'm saying? So for me, it was like, all right, I do movies, but I gotta do other things, especially if I'm gonna do this long term, especially if I'm not gonna work a 9 to 5. So I decided to start doing all these other things, like I said, media, hosting events, because I'm like, I gotta monetize off of my gift. And here I am today, Lady Leo Films, making movies. I have all right, hold on. I got Life Over the Death, Lick the Series. I have The Invite, DM. I have 4 projects out currently that you could go and watch. So, Life Over Death is streaming on Prime Video, a major platform. I have Lick the Series streaming on Tubi, a major platform. I have The Invite and DM streaming on YouTube because they shorts. And I'm currently working on Lick the Series Part 3. 2 is already done. 2 episodes are on my YouTube channel. We're currently working on Lick the Series, the trilogy 3, right? And then right now, oh wait. Then I have the Lost Cabin, the couples retreat that we filmed like probably like 2 or 3 years ago. I'm finna release that. And then I have a Christmas movie, but I want to do it over because I had hired people to work on it, and this is why I do things by myself because people will sabotage your stuff, and yeah. So I'm gonna do that over, but the Lost Cabin, the Couple Retreat is coming out soon, and then currently we're working on, like I said, Lick the Series season 3, and we're working on QR Code, which is unscripted. This is my first time doing a project that's not scripted because I'm big on writing, but this one God dropped it on me, and I said, let me do it. I stepped out in faith and said, let me do it. All right. So those are the things y'all could look forward to, and in between time, I'm not on radio no more. I'm not on radio anymore. I appreciate you listening to the radio show. I'm not on radio no more. That's why I do Leo Spotlight. I'm not on there anymore. Um, since you brought it up, I'm gonna talk about that a little bit. So, no. Don't say all shucks, because it's not bad. Sometimes you're in a space and a place for a season. Everything's seasonal, right? And I feel like my time was up, because especially when I found out that these guys made an announcement saying that they was replacing me without even talking to me. So, and then outside of that is that there was a lot of weird things, weird energy going on that I never mentioned, I never talked about. I just like kind of kept it to myself. I did talk about it to like the engineer, which happens to be phony. So I prayed about it, and asked God to show me things, and God showed me. God definitely showed me who these people were. They only wanted me around because what I brought to the show. They only wanted me around because of what I brought to the show. Because they made a statement that, like, yo, since I've been there, their numbers went up, et cetera, et cetera. But, that's it. And, shout out to them. I'm not going to even slander nobody because this, you don't fight evil with evil. I'm doing great. God is blessing me. God is elevating me. And I have no hatred in my heart. But I say this: what's for you is for you. What's for me is for me. And that as long as you have, as long as you are real, as long as you have love in your heart, God is going to bless you. That's why I'm blessed. And this is why I get a lot of hate from people, because people don't understand. And they're not going to understand because they're not connected to who I'm connected to. I'm connected to the Father. Like, they're not connected. They could they could put prayer hands all day, but you really not connected to who I'm connected to. I have a relationship with God. I pray every day. I pray every day. And I pray for everybody every day. I might not pray as soon as I wake up, but throughout the day, I'm making sure I get my prayer in. I don't care. And I'm thanking God for everything. You understand me? I'm thanking God for everything because I can't do nothing that I'm doing without Him. When people ask me my motivation, I always say God and my kids and Tyler Perry and 50 Cent. Because those are my motivations. Those are the people that inspire me. Um, so I am so happy that I was able to do this tonight. I was supposed to have a special guest, but he had some things going on, which was beyond his control. But it's okay. I said, you know what? I'm still gonna do my show, but I'm gonna put myself in the spotlight tonight because I've been through a lot, and a lot of people don't know my story. A lot of people just listen to this one, that one. And when you listen to other people, sometimes when you listen to other people, it's like you block your own blessing because a lot of people be hating. A lot of people be hating. You understand? And I'm really dope. I'm really her. Like I said in my post earlier on Instagram, I'm really dope. I'm really her. I have a big heart. It's just that I don't tolerate nonsense. And I don't like if I feel your energy, because I go off energy. If I feel your energy and it's not right, I'm falling back. If I see you like a clown or you a clout chaser or et cetera, I fall back from that. Because I only want real people around me. I only want like-minded people around me. I only want people that's passionate about the same thing I'm passionate about around me. You know? And that's just that. Like I love, when I tell y'all I love what I do, sometimes it brings tears to my eyes because I really love what I do. And I believe God gave me this gift for a reason. He gave me these talents for a reason. So when people try to sabotage that, it messes with me. But I'm learning, every day I'm learning how to deal with people and how to deal with things. And I said earlier, because I got it from my homeboy, Bart. Shout out to Bart. He was on an interview. And I got this from him. He said his thing is nowadays, it is what it is. And that's what it is with me. It is what it is, you know. I did like a little winter cleaning on my Instagram today because I was like, there's a lot of people there that say they rock with me. They be like, sis this, sis that, or you family, but you don't support me. So you can't be my family. We can't be like that. So I feel like a lot of people just be watching what I got on, not what I got on, watching what I do so they can steal and try to compete with me and stuff like that. And I feel like we don't gotta compete because the only person I'm in competition with is myself. And I feel like you don't gotta do that with me because my heart is so big. I have a big heart. You don't gotta be like that with me. Like, I just did a Thanksgiving food drive Saturday. G- Gave away food to the community, and I did that because it was on my heart. I seen people going through shit, even though I'm going through stuff. But I said that there's somebody or somebodies that's going through things worse than me. So I have a platform. Why not use it? And I was able to feed a few, like, I feel like we fed like over 50 families, honestly. That's a blessing. And I'm about to do a Christmas drive as well because it's getting cold. Some people don't have money to buy a coat. Some people don't have money to buy their kids toys. But I am here and I have a platform that I can do these things. So I'm going to do that. Um, but yeah, man. Yo, man, this felt great. Because I wanted to give y'all a piece of me. I wanted y'all that don't really know me to get to know me. Because a lot of people are talking wrong about me. And it's like, no, I'm really a dope person. I'm really a dope person with a big heart. My heart is so big. I love hard. I love hard. But if you cross me or if your energy ain't right, if I see that you a snake, I fall back. That's it. And I don't even, the thing is, I don't tell people. I don't tell people, like, I don't give you an explanation. I just fall back. And that, I guess that's where I get misunderstood and people just be feeling like, oh, she this, she that. No. Look at you. Like, I'm not rocking with you because I don't give it up like that. I don't give it up like that. So, yo, shout out to everybody that's tuned in. I know a lot of y'all tune in, but y'all not writing because I see the numbers. I appreciate y'all tuning in to Leo Spotlight. And like I said, this is every Tuesday at 8 p.m. Tonight's guest wasn't able to show up, but next week we have a special guest, and I can't wait to put that person in the spotlight. And we got some great shows coming up, and in January it's going to be in person. Um, Next week, y'all. Hopefully next week y'all will hear who my sponsor is. Because I have a sponsor for the show now. I'm super excited about that. God is working. So as they hate on me or whatever, God is moving and God is elevating me. That's why I said that when God is elevating you, you're going to get the haters. You're going to get all of that because God is taking you somewhere and the devil is mad. The devil is mad. You hear me? He's mad. And he's going to try to destroy me. He's going to try to send people to take me off course or whatever. But the devil is a liar. My God is greater. I love y'all. I love y'all. And if y'all have not subscribed to my channel, make sure y'all subscribe. Make sure y'all like. Make sure when I end this, y'all go and leave a comment. I hope y'all enjoyed tonight. I hope y'all enjoyed tonight because I gave y'all all of me. I went personal. I went into everything. It's more, but I touched on the basis of things for y'all to understand me more and really get to know me more. It's Lady Leo Films. And if y'all don't follow me on Instagram, my Instagram is MS period Lady Leo Films. Make sure y'all follow me. Make sure, again, y'all like and subscribe on this. And make sure y'all tell somebody about Leo Spotlight. I think we got cut off a little bit, but that's... Hello, I'm sorry, y'all. Somebody tried to call me. Somebody tried to call me knowing that I'm doing this. So I'm definitely going to holler at her later because she know daggone well I'm on live. But I love y'all that love me and support me. And listen, every Tuesday at 8 p.m. Leo Spotlight, we here every Tuesday. Stay tuned to next week's episode. It's going to be a great one. I love y'all. Good night.